But we're gonna play League with Elemental Sirius for now.
He's a phenomenal control player.
Thank you, Brodyman, for your sub. We got a 4-1 with Living End. We lost to Merktide, which I guess proves that Merktide is the best deck. I think this will be the deck that wins the Pro Tour. It's probably might be the deck that's maybe, yeah, maybe. Who knows? Chances are. Remember when Tron won a modern Pro Tour in hands of Toffel? Probably not. Probably too bad. Seems better. Not super excited about Leyline Binding sideboard strat, but it's maybe Warren's playing a little bit more with it. Marsh Flats, that's an uncommon fetch land. Chalice, there is actually a rare card, it's not uncommon. Did Rhinos get anything new? I can play One Ring, I guess. About it. I don't know. It probably doesn't look like a ring deck, so the answer is probably no. I'll just play the ring on the next turn, and how would my opponent ever win, right? I think the plan is to, if my opponent doesn't force me to, I fetch Jatora, Jetmir, Jatora, Zagoth. I fetch Zagoth and then I don't know if the attack was like, if my block was good. I shouldn't have blocked, probably. Pretty bad. Sending 2 bolts. It's actually pretty horrible. No, actually it's not. I don't know. Could bind the Pure Seal now. That was the action, but playing the One Ring, you can just chill because you have protection from everything for a turn, so you're safe for a turn. Seems just best to play the ring because, like, I can be punished. And then next turn we do, like, we punish them, I guess. Wouldn't mind a Fury. I think this deck would benefit from any number of Supreme Verdicts. If 0 is any number, then tautologically, yeah. I think I'll play a second ring. But I could Prismatic Ending Calls Hammer and have Bolt and Binding. The draft. Pay 11 generic mana? I don't think so. One ring, 100 tickets, it's crazy. Yeah, but it was also very valuable in the lore, so it just fits. Kind of funny how big this game is getting, well, where my opponent has so much stuff. Sure. I want to spend my mana. Did you know that canister in Portuguese means strong man? I didn't. But it fits. I keep the old one, right? Screen protection.
He's a phenomenal control player.
Hi Canista.
Hi Runst. What are you doing? It's a bit odd, but I guess. Because two set of salvations, probably pretty hard for them to have more main deck. Play one draft now. Founder of Latna, I'm sure, bro. Draft now. Yeah. Don't have a second white card. Annoyingly. Oh, yeah. Cool. Absolutely normal stuff. Yeah. Does seem like I'm dying. Oddly enough. Can we adopt ring? What does that mean? Because we don't have another white cards. So kinda... What a game that was. Have one Force of Vigor. Is there anything we want to card against against them? Not really. I have like two Boseijus. Fable seems pretty bad. I don't know if I want like no Fable for Boseiju. Could have Elesh, yeah. I don't know if Elesh is like actually an improvement because it is a 5 mana card. What are 3 Boseiju for? Question mark. I have 4 Boseiju in my deck. 3 in my sideboard. They're very good at stopping, I would say, against artifacts, enchantments, and non-basic lands. Well, I didn't board all 4 against Hammer, which is an artifact deck, you could argue. So that's where the confusion would come from, yeah.
He's a phenomenal control player.
We. E. 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 E.
I think Chalice is not. I'm not interested in Chalice now. I counter a few of my own cards. It's just not the way I want to play. Foolish. Foolish move on my part to ending a Sigarda's Aid when I had a second one. Maybe I just bind the second one sorcery speed. Just play the ring easily on the next turn. I have 2 cards, and then I play the 1 cock ring and slip it on, and presumably we win. What happened if Big Bang didn't exist? I wonder where I would be at the moment. Where you wouldn't be. The entire point. I think. You ever think about the fact that what you can see through a telescope, let's say. Like you can look and see the world, right? And the observable universe has a limit, which is like the limit comes from the fact that you can only observe that, you can only observe the light that had enough time to travel to you, to be observed in the first place. Crazy, right? So you're kind of looking into the past. Did they fix their mana? Oh, Bowmeisters, of course. There is stuff very far away for which we don't even have the first photograph, like the stuff at the edge. Well, yeah, well, there is the concept, right, of the observable universe. So that's the things that you can observe, but there is presumably more outside. But that like cannot be seen, right? Because there wasn't time to see it yet. The light still needs to travel. Hi, is this deck with no identity stream time? Yeah. There's very little identity in this deck. It's a little bit of Magic the Gathering, a little bit of Lord of the Rings, a little bit of MH cards, and 2 classic lightning bolts, I guess. Fetch lands and 2 classic lightning bolts. So I play Bowmasters, then I don't know what that tells me to do. That makes Fable weaker, maybe? Why only 2 Furies? Bros, you give them a finger, they want the entire arm. How many Furies do you, like, would you want to play? 10? Full 4? I don't think Fury is a good enough of a spell to play, like, 4 copies of, really. But, yeah, I added more Furies to my deck in order to have more free spells, yeah. Right, I was afraid they're gonna Surge of Salvation my thing, but I think, well, unless they have a third hammer for the Ink Moth, I guess. Because my hand is nothing, but I guess Fable will fix it. Let's go activate Ink Moth, attack, equip hammer anyways. Paladin. Is this where the top 12 cards of your deck are the perfects? You mean my opponents? I mean, I don't know. I think I'll manage. Well, maybe not. Right, seems like we can die on the next turn, so it's good. Well, I don't think it's game over because they can still. Alright, that's good. Maybe I play the ring then. Solitude. Yeah, Solitude would actually win against me, that's true. Yeah, that's true. They would do that in response to the Droster, probably. Not necessarily, but probably. Why shocking? Represent Leyline. I have Boseiju in my hand, which channels for 1 mana. So I was considering maybe using it, but I ended up not wanting to. What the fuck did I end up with just 1 red mana? Masterful fetching. Yeah, I know. I know I just used the red. Yeah, that could have been better. It's the downside of playing with those. From just glancing at them, you actually have no idea what colors they produced. Thoughts about Hardened Scale Scan. I played with scales for 1 day lately, some time ago, and it was horrifying how not good that deck was. Everything cost 2 mana and was deeply unimpressive. Imagine being able to hardcast Fury instead of pitching it. EBH. No time warps, yeah, it's Fury time. Yeah. Kinda stupid how this deck plays the game. It's like very... It's not very strategic, you just kinda jam cards. Not to be cliche, but I listen to basically anything. Yeah, well put, bro. I listen to music, not to genres. Don't put yourself in a box. And don't keep your eyes closed. Keep them open. Can you use One Ring with Chronotog? I'm not sure. I'm not sure if what Chronotog does. It's skip your turn to get +3/+3. I don't think the rig is nameable. Well, that's not that. I've read about there being a bug where you cannot Piffy Needle the One Ring. Plus, Chronobot doesn't even exist. It's made up cards. Did you mean Chronic Totem? That card doesn't exist either. I found it. Chronotog Totem. Uses ability only once each turn. This card sucks. Does it suck if the free damage is lethal? Yes. Just respect the needle. Well, they named Boseiju. Oh, they have Solitude. Alright. How about Magoshi the Water Veil? I think it's like bounce it to your own hand. Doesn't really... You cannot like give your opponent infinite turns with protection. Can you play 4 rings all decks from now on? I play 3 rings for now because they cost 80 tickets and I only bought 3. And I will not be buying the 4th one. I'm waiting till Mana Trader's gonna have them. Canister, Folklore Omnath come back to tier 1 with Halfling plus ring? Possibly. Kinda crazy, you pay $60 a month for a service and they don't have the cards 2 weeks into set release. In 1 week, but yeah. I think they were supposed to have them after a week, but... What's really crazy is the fact that Wizards charges as much for the online cards as paper cards, but put 0 effort in the client. It's not that crazy. I don't think so. That's not really zero effort. Like Modo's fine, bro. Wizards doesn't regulate the Modo economy. Well, they... Let me show the store page. The Lord of the Rings tells the Middle Earth booster pack. Who regulates that? Who sets that price? You tell me.
He's a phenomenal control player.
37, 37.
Is it Baron? Or Convoke, maybe? Are React on these submissions open? Yes, I'll just look at it after the match. Oh no. Wrong fetch already. Well, I wouldn't want to fetch a forest. But yeah. Regardless of how much they charge for packs, they don't control the prices of singles bots sell for. But do you think if the packs cost less, the cards wouldn't cost less? Clearly they would. And what this person complained was that Wizards charges as much for the online cards as paper cards, which is true. They also like don't directly sell paper cards either.
He's a phenomenal control player.
Jacksonology, thank you for the primers. Fucking Wizards. Well, you could say that, yeah. Someone in another chat was saying the new card spike so high on MTGO because less people draft on the program now thanks to Arena. That is one of the factors. The other is the rental services, which also influence that in some way, which I don't understand exactly how, but they do. Do you think I should Solitude the Swift Spear? Probably. It saves me 3 damage at least, 4 damage possibly. But yeah, like the way the rental services impacted the economy is that most sets have few cards worth anything and a few cards worth a lot. Is what's happening. And then those cards eventually get drop rated in the chests and they drop from 80 to 20 tickets. Which like that part is seems kinda intentional because well they get to control that, but Omnath is very good to draw. I don't know how that works exactly. You can't wait 1 week, monitor the price better and anticipate good cards and buy early or just buy them. I mean, if you're paying for a service, then I'm kinda odd to blame person using the service for the service having faults. I don't know how gold bots work and I'm not sure how the rental services work. Like Ring and Bowmaster were pretty clear buys. But how do you buy them? You can't buy them early. They're expensive from the get-go. It's like it's clear buys, but it's not clear they're gonna cost 100 tickets. It's clear they're gonna be desirable, but I could play under Fable. Yeah, I don't really care about winning Blaze too much. I don't play the Fable. I guess I save 1 life. No, I can't. Breeding Pool doesn't actually help. Let's pitch the pool. Okay, good, great draws. This Breeding Pool actually doesn't cast Omnath, I realized, because I have Breeding Pool here. 4-1 with Living End? Yes, we 4-1. I lost to Merktide. I wanted to keep the land because I didn't realize that it is actually a fake land for Omnath purposes. TBH, at this point I don't really get the upside of purchasing cards instead of renting. Well, you get to not have to rent them before you want to play. So let's say I wanted to stream with 3 1 rings in my deck. Mana Traders doesn't have the 1 ring right now, so the upside is that I get to stream. Checkmate. Another upside is that I didn't have to go through the process of renting. Even if it's not very lengthy or troublesome, it's still more lengthy or troublesome than just having them on my account. So, like, pretty odd thing to say too, right? Like, do you really not get the upside? It's pretty clear that there is an upside, right? Maybe it's slim and you like don't get valuing that upside over. Nie no, spierdalaj, no, kurwa. Śmieć. Ja pierdolę, no. You need to stream for like 15 minutes to make up the cost of 1 ring? No. You need to stream for 8 hours. No, not 8 hours, but a few hours. Have I seen the Boros Hammer list with engineers? I was thinking of that. I have not seen the list. I don't know. Where is the list? No, I meant one ring for a few hours, not one ring per ring placed per like multiple hours. Scar is overpowered. How does Baron ever lose? Alright, this feels like it goes too deep, but I was thinking if you can play Forge Anew and no Paladin, or like 2 Paladin only. I don't think you want neither Fable nor Pyro, but I think engineering to Forge Anew for Kaldra seems okay. Did we not want to play the ring last turn? If I wanted to play the ring, I would have played the ring. That's why would I play the ring over Omnath? Maybe? I don't think so. If I fetch now, should I fetch now? I think I should, right? I mean, Omnath into ring? No, because giving fetch is valuable, I think. Dobra, no jak ma Boros Charma, to wróć mi wyjebał, no i super. Solitude yourself, bro. Solitude your own Fable. Solitude the Fable. Bruh, Solitude your Fable, yeah. Chat. Whenever a player casts a spell, if no mana was spent to cast this spell, Rolling Vortex deals 5 damage to that player. Teferi on your turn, bounce, rolling and gain 4 on upkeep. It is in fact better against Boros Charm to do it this way, yeah. So maybe I should have done that. If I do it in the end step, then if they have just a bolt, it's a bit better. But not really. Bros, I was not supposed to play the one ring on the previous turn. It was pointless. It was pointless. Let's have, I don't know, Cadrens, go +2 Boseijus. Chalice is great versus Baron. I don't know if it is. Probably Chalice for 1 ends game if they don't have Artifact Kill. 80% of their deck is 1-cost spells, bros. This is like something that someone who doesn't actually play Baron ever says. There is 8 Baron spells that cost 1 mana in this list. So in this list, Chalice blocks the 1-drops, and they're gonna play the 1-drops first too. So it's not close to being a GG. Also have 1 mana cards in my deck. Keep. And half of the 1-drops is creatures, which at some point doesn't matter. They don't matter. Yeah, Chalice is pretty bad against Baron. Their cards have 1. They cost 1 to cast, but they're 3 mana value. How I tried Jeskai Combo Ring. What's Jeskai Combo Ring? The Underworld Breach thing with Grinding Station. I have not played that deck, but it looks pretty neat. Probably will play it at my Wednesday FNM tomorrow. And I think the Cock Ring is pretty okay at making sure like you draw lots of cards and then you combo. You don't have life gain that deck, which is a bit scary. Don't love that. What about Chalice on 2? That's a 4 mana play. I think it's low chance of actually mattering. Is Mill any good in modern meta at the moment? Probably not too bad, it's not too great. Chalice X1 target found. Yeah, like, see, that's the issue. They play their Swift Spear because that's their 1 mana card, and they have no more 1 mana cards in their hand, being they casted 2 mana cards later. When I spend mana, they don't spend mana on Chalice, so I stranded like 1 card, 2 cards maybe in their hand over the course of a longer game. And not to mention, I can be on the draw sometimes. We lost versus Field earlier. No, I actually beat Field and Merfolks. Won the match rather, I guess I lost the game. What does film remind you of Vaporeon? Because she has a very enticing design. I bring in Chalice versus Baron, but I don't have many other good sideboard cards for it. Fair. I mean, neither do I, but I think I prefer Teferi, for example, to Chalice. Seems like the Burn has much more to offer since Eidolon got divorced. Yeah. Anyone divorced Eidolon in the chat? You also had some issues with the chat box not showing 70V emotes. Alright, I'm gonna fix that. We're gonna go chat box properties. Jak ci kurwa refresh cache? Doesn't work. Oh, they have another one? It's insane. So lucky. I really want 3 1 rings maybe. It's Burn. I don't want to draw cards with it, so maybe Chalice is better than the 1 ring? 4 mana? 2VH. Or maybe just Wrenn is better to make Omnath lands. GG, so I was Cancer's left ball. For sure. Yes. This is so true. Canister, you don't like 4 Omnath in this deck? I love 4 Omnath. Just can't have everything. Alright, painless at least. Painless mana. Then we play Temple Garden. What do you mean? There is Temple Garden in my deck, yeah. But I fetch shock is why well I'm not gonna do that. It's more damage to fetch shock than to take another Goblin Guide hit. I guess if they have a second Goblin Guide then still is because I don't get to play the removals in the proper pace. Wow, what a series of draws. That is so slow. They are with the Goblin Guide hits. Misty not getting Sacred Foundry sad. Yeah? I never intended to. Bro, just press your fucking F6. You're done. Do the halflings not make some number of Nissas better than some number of Fables? Maybe? I don't necessarily think so. A bit. Fable is not like super great either. Skipped fetch maybe? Maybe I will regret it because of Omnath. One shock foundry ending, turn 2 tapped Zagoth, hold up Leyline, turn 3 time wizard. I'll take less hits from Goblin Guides then. Got 4 hits from Goblin Guides. I'll take 3 that way. Actually 2. Yeah, I guess. Ah, Boros Charm Face. Trolling Vortex. It's actually fine. The hit rate of those Goblin Guides. 4 out of 4. Lantern of the Ring, that actually sounds not so good. The next Lantern stream is in 4 weeks. 5 weeks. In 4 weeks I'll be Barcelona. Protection is basically Brigade, that's true. Oh, I'm a casual player now, so I'm not at the PT. Is Bologna after Barcelona? No, Bologna is in a week and Barcelona is in a month. As of August. Wait, is Barcelona in August or in... Wait, it's in August? Bro, I got confused about months. Because I thought they have 2 Boros champs, I'm gonna cry, I guess, but... There's June, there's July, and then there's August. And I assume that after August, after July, it's gonna be September immediately, but there's an entire extra month of summer. That's crazy. Do you know why September is in the 7th month, October is in the 8th, etc.? I don't. I actually never thought of that, but it makes sense. It's weird, right? Sept, 7, Octo, 8. November. Because of Juliusz and Augustus. Ci to kurwa odjebali zawsze. Burn racing Omnath take as old as time. Well, we'll see if they race. I have 1 life. Septembusi, bro, you're so fun. Yeah, 10 months, but discovered they needed 2 more. And why is Stitcher in February? Why is Stitcher in January? January, February, March. Did you just pay Omnath mana with the same order on both Omnath and lands on BF? Yeah, I guess. Right, goodbye Omnath. I need the second one now. Bolt. Even in death, Omnath is gaining 4. Yes. Think I can play tap lands? Doesn't seem like it's advantageous to have a fetch. Land Searing Blaze would be sad. No, 3 mana card, that's a burn spell. Keep, I guess. If I need to, I get to use my Solitude and Fury. It wasn't Team Unified, it was ununified. So everyone just played what they wanted to play. Okay, my hand is much better now. I mean, this could be anything. Fetch Stomping Ground. I don't know. It's probably bad because Stomping Ground goes badly with Jetmir. Yeah, probably. Yeah, that was bad, probably. I guess the Triome now. And Eastland. And they'll play the Bowmeisters, I assume. Which then I Fury. Well, just nothing, it seems. That's fine. You're gonna try the Grimace Milkshake? I don't know what's the Grimace Milkshake. What is that? What is your hand? I guess it's just Furies. Grimace is a character from McDonald's. I know that much, but I don't know what's a Grimace Milkshake. Yeah, I guess their hand is just Undying Evils, makes sense. What else? Pedro Fausto? That seems like Bantok. See you in 10 minutes. We've waited for so long with no incidents, yet we couldn't keep it up. I'll Solitude the Duffy Voidwalker to be better against Undying Malice effects. I do find it funny how close the One Ring is to the Onion Ring. And how different the One Ring and the Onion Ring are. They have a ball, they could bolt my Kiki, maybe. But if I let them discard Solitude, they can always have Solitude without a bolt, so. And if they bolt my key, they get to cast it, but it's fine. Onion rings, onion rings. Also, when I watched the Lotr movies yesterday, I don't have anything to board out. Maybe the Prismatic Endings I board out. When I watched the Lotr movies yesterday, I kind of hated all the Gollum scenes, but then also felt bad for Gollum. How many you watched? All of them, 12 hours. I've fallen asleep 3 times during... This is not board veil, just not sideboard. Director's Cut, 12 hours. I went to Yendrek's place and we watched them. I've fallen asleep 3 times during... Probably should bought out two halflings against Scam for 2 veils. I've fallen asleep 3 times during the Fellowship of the Ring and then it was fine. What was your favorite part of those 12 hours? I mean, I got kinda into it when... Like the... I mean... Favorite moment? I don't know, I can't really tell. The favorite moments were when the memes showed up and I was like, oh yeah, now he's gonna say... Now Legolas is saying... They're taking the hobbits to Isengard. And it's like in that meme song, right? Okay, I know which was my favorite moment. The favorite scene was, well, 2 favorite scenes. The first favorite scene was when Sam was motivated by Rossi Cotton being there for him in the Shire, and then eventually when he returned, he mastered his courage and he went up to raise her up, and it just immediately cut to them on the altar kissing after their wedding, which was just very direct, very fast, very to the point. Were you surprised when Sean Bean died? Who's Sean Bean? No, I wasn't. I mean, I knew all the plot. It's pretty hard not to know the plot of Lord of the Rings. He didn't die though, right? Boromir or Faramir? That's Boromir. Sean Bean is widely considered Britain's muddiest actor. I don't even know what that's supposed to mean, but I agree. Sean Bean. And my second favorite moment was when Gandalf went to Saruman's tower and was like, Saruman, I need your help. And they started fighting. The way they throwed each other around was really funny. There's something really humorous about that. When they started swinging each other and they went like woo, 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 zoom, zoom, zoom. That's just so funny. Did you enjoy when they played the football game Elves vs Dwarves and Hobbits? I don't remember that. Bros, I never realized that Ned Stark was Boromir, actually. But now that you say that, they do look kinda similar. Well, that's a problem. Whatever, I think we're gonna manage. Is there any card you could replace the rings with? Well, you can just like play a list from earlier, right? There existed elemental lists before, so just play one of those. Not worth fetching. But your deck probably will be better in with the ring in it. I move this. But when I was watching yesterday, Jendrek told me a interesting fact about the scene where Saruman was Christopher Lee playing Saruman died at the top of the tower in Return of the King. Allegedly, Peter Jackson told him to scream when he was getting stabbed in the lungs. But he refused to, saying that people don't do that. Allegedly speaking from experience. Should I keep this? Small because I have Wrenn in my deck, right? Yeah, keep. Right this way. Could keep Fable, but I think One Ring is like stronger. Seems like it's living in, so I shouldn't have kept the Prismatic Ending like an idiot. Did you know that LMS Polonia broadcaster Piotr Gogowski is the Twitch streamer Canis_MTG? Yeah, I actually did. Did you know Snape from the Harry Potter movies is also the bad guy from Die Hard? Die Hard bad guy. Well, that's true. Doesn't even look very similar. Funny. I have expected you to go. I never watched Die Hard. Well, I haven't, but I did Google him. Did we lose? I'm probably gonna lose this game, yes. I mean, passport though. Did you know that that John Wick was actually also in the Matrix? Did you know that, huh, bros? And in Cyberpunk 2077. Did you know that Terminator from Terminator is also Terminator in Terminator 2? Yeah. Did you know Morbius also sings in a band? Did you? Any Morbius fans in the chat? You can actually win if they ring like 6, maybe. They don't have force of negotiation. The One Ring goes there. Force of negation. Alright. I'll trust my point to have a cascade spell, but I probably shouldn't. But they miss a land drop, so they will. Fable mid. Maybe I have 4 Fable and like 23 lands. Don't need Boseiju ever. I once read that every single person on the planet can be connected to Kevin Bacon through a chain of 6 people that all know the person before them and the person after them. Yeah, allegedly, like, I read something similar to that. Like, you can connect to any person through 7 people, but I don't know, like, can you connect to, like... Can you really? Maybe. Why is Hala Hopper your favorite Magic the Gathering card? Because I think saying the word hop is really fun. Alright, chat, so let's test that. Can I 6 degrees of separation myself with Macwin sauce? Well, I guess yes. Could even say it's like 1 friend of separation, assuming that knowing a person from my Twitch chat is that. Shit. Seems true then. Good draw. Fetch Landos. Salty and sweet. Maybe I should have boarded out Zagoth Triome if I boarded out Leyline Binding. And not the Boseiju. Probably. Yeah, probably, definitely. Because I don't need the Zagoth Triome ever. Boseiju being untapped is just better. If you made Marcio Carvalho, then you have 2 degrees of separation with most of the Portuguese MTG players. Can't say I talked with him. A little bit, maybe one time. But I guess met. I have a curiosity. In the podcast you said that you do not tend towards clunkier decks, and that's one of the things that makes Raksak the better Rakdos deck, but you played Omnath a lot in the past in Modern. Yeah, I had that issue with Omnath actually. It's pretty clunky and like I routinely get angry with it for being clunky. I think I just take the ring. I found a Hornet Queen he dropped on floor once and he was busy, so I just put it under his playmat. Which podcast? The Midweek Metagame podcast, which one episode of has been released so far, and there is gonna be a second one recorded today. Fotsy's back. But it's just that I lean towards like less clunky, like cheaper cards decks, but it's not that I only play that, and sometimes I play decks I don't always like, but in general, if it comes to decks that I end up playing in tournaments, I end up playing the cheaper ones more often, given the choice. Or rather, like, just like kind of naturally leaning towards, you get that. Did Harry just leave? Yes. He left. So yeah, I need to play smart guy cards to feel good, but also not really like counterspell control. Those 1-mana cyclists seem so good for living end. They do, yeah, they also are. This ring deserves a ban, sorry bro. But yeah, it's good that you can cut lands for the land cyclers, so you just have a more consistently more creatures. You can draw endurance, let's try. Fail. Solitude. 2 Bandagas today. Yeah, it seems like the one ring just pulls the craziest things from people. I think we're gonna die. How will I beat the free foods? Oh, they don't have protection. They have protection. It's good. Keep forgetting. Okay, Omnath is PogChamp. I could have tapped one, maybe. Alright, not the worst. We have a board. I should have played a Fable instead of 2 halflings. Well, 2 halflings block grief, well. Szuflada nie pachnie szufladą. Was bouncing the ring to have protection next time not an option? Well, it seemed worse. I have to deal with the board somehow. I need to draw cards too. It was an option, just a weak one, it seems, right? Also, I gave them Swamp Walk with Zagoth Triome. Definitely cutting it now for the next game. Doing 2 lands and 2 spells seem kinda good. Yeah. This deck floods a lot, like with the ring even more so. So like the Fable is pretty okay because it filters that, but... Do you board Dumping Sphere against Phoenix? No. You could, it's kinda weak though. Just Swamp Walk. Omnath Grief. The same. It's a little bit better against Tawara, okay. We do this, I think. Does this play around Violent Outburst on Cascade? No, but having Teferi plays around that pretty well. Any spells in my graveyard? Not really. Should have played Fetch first. Definitely should have played a Fetch first. Do I have any spells? I have Veto. Boarded out bolts. Can't wait until they print a Teferi for 2 mana. They won't. They did print a mana value 2 Teferi already. In form of Teferi Acosta of Zalfir. On the backside of Invasion of New Phyrexia, but I don't think that's gonna happen ever again soon. This deck should be 23 lands because of Halfling. Just drop Hallowed Fountain. I don't like dropping Hallowed Fountain. I don't know. I'm flooded here, but I'm probably still gonna win, so like that's fine. Got there. Not sure blocking if Halfling is good. The Teferi's an out. I mean, I don't really need an out. I didn't really need an out at that point. I think my point was out of contention. The blocking and trading was actually pretty good for me too, I think. That's why I blocked for a deck. Think 3 rings are enough for need the 4th. 3 seems okay. But I also have 3 on Magic Online. I didn't want to buy the 4th one, so that was at least part of my actual motivation. Alright, the Teferi of the top. Champion, I don't know. No, I mean, yeah, I didn't care about forcing, I think. It does seem like I draw the ring a good amount, and I don't really feel like I want to draw the 4th one. Do I ever put any cash into MTGO? Yeah, sometimes. No, not really. I guess I don't. I lied. If you like it, put a ring on it. On what? Do you think they'll classic Cascade spell now? Shucks. It's gonna be rough to beat now. But I do have a Fury. You don't draw all hate, you lose. I mean, I draw 0 hate, so then I lost. Sounds kind of fair. What about Nissa instead of Fable? You can play Nissa. She's fine. It's like kind of bad, kind of fine. Fable's also kind of bad, kind of fine. I'm not entirely sure if this deck like actually needs a card like that, if it actually makes the deck better or not. Kind of close. So maybe it's just all like kind of bad cards, and you could play something else. I don't know what though. So here we are. I'm not sure. I don't think Jetmir is the best Triome either, because raw green into forest is natural. To play Wrenn, takes 1 damage and you have all the colors. And then you can play Taplan on the next turn. With this you can't even... Can't even binding on the next turn necessarily. What's your favorite country song? I don't really have any. Shouldn't Kuldotha make Phyrexian goblins? No, because this is Kuldotha Rebirth, it's un-Phyrexian. Because Kuldotha getting rebirthed, and afterwards it's Phyrexian Kuldotha. Why do you block? That's so stupid. So bad. What the heck? So good to me. So good for me. Crazy. Like, isn't it out like, I mean, maybe you don't have a Bushwalker, but a land Bushwalker would be that. Says Jared Leto's band. Yes. This. Jared Leto. Sorry, it's Morbius's band, yeah. This is just a game, and we're actually playing a game too. That's crazy. Chad, would a 5-mana Solitude without Evoke be playable in the format of Pioneer? I think it would be a pretty good card. What about Grief without Evoke? Fury without Evoke? Subtlety without Evoke? Subtlety probably not so good. Oh no, not the Hollow Hopper. Endurance pretty trash. I mean, I don't know. Endurance is like good in the format. Probably Endurance would be pretty okay. Graveyard hate card and like reasonable monster, but it's kind of a bad card. Unless like there's heavy focus on graveyards. The white elemental horse is a weaker Solitude. What's that? Maybe that's a Twitter poll. I haven't made any in a while. Would Solitude with no evoke be a strong pioneer card? Question mark. Discuss. Strong. Not strong. Made so many goblins. Cavalier of Dawn. No, well, that's not Solitude. It's like, wait, that's not Solitude. I'd argue that all of them would be close to playable at the minimum. I don't think anyone would want to play Grief. What card is stronger, Solitude or Force of Will? I'll just resubmit. Force of Will, not close. Yeah, it's Force, definitely. The 5-mana part is much better on Solitude. Force gets cut way more often possible than Solitude. People say that I never seen anyone cut Force of Will against me post-board. Which I guess is probably more of a statement on what decks I play. What card is stronger, JSTMS or Fable? Damn. I don't have red, so I'll put back Fable to go Halfling, Omnath with Fetch on free. Would JC play Pioneer? Assuredly, right? And move to 4. Can force a Solitude, can do the opposite. Damn. The most convincing argument. Pioneer doesn't have fetches. Well, you can shuffle your deck if you try enough. It's not trivial, but... Don't even have a Loxodon? Bro. Czym do ludzi? Play a green mana 1/2 monster and my opponent's entire deck is in shambles. Yeah, I can shuffle a Field of Ruins. That sounds like it makes sense. When you think of Omnath, chat, do you consider Omnath to be blue, red, green, white, or red, green, blue, white? Or maybe something different? Green, white, red, blue, green? Boros Simic? Timur plus white, okay. 24 permutations. Wait, what? There's not 24 permutations. It's not 25 different pair. What? How did you arrive at that? Count order? No, it's the same. Order, lul. Oh no, the ring tempts me, Sam. I can't go. I can't go to Mordor anymore. Ah. Oh. Frodo, Mr. Frodo, you can't stop now. We have to go. Okay. Well, Omnath is That is true, but just how you think of Omnath. So it's Gruul Brew White. You have to pronounce it Frodo. Oh, Mr. Frodo. Szuflada nie pachnie szufladą. Alright, so thoughts on the deck. Can play 23. Would appreciate good 1 or 2 mana cards, I guess. Time Warp is actually just bad. Can play Endurance's main deck, I guess, for Living End. But they're bad against everybody. The MVP in